All right, well, Debbie left a path of destruction from Florida all the way to the northeast, and that left millions picking up the pieces. Now, data continues to pour in as we get more confirmed tornadoes, which included an extremely rare EF3 tornado that occurred in North Carolina. And also, final rain totals are also approaching 2 feet in the Carolinas as rivers are staying elevated out of their banks. And the flood threat isn't quite over just yet for the Carolinas. So we want to break down what occurred this past week because it was extremely devastating for so many up and down the eastern seaboard. This is taking it back to Monday morning where we had Debbie's first landfall as a Category 1 hurricane. This was near Steinhatchee, Florida, roughly around 7 a.m. local time. So this is the nature coast of Florida. And then Debbie quickly worked its way northward, making that second landfall. This was early Thursday morning around 2 a.m. near Bulls Bay, South Carolina. Debbie at that point was a tropical storm with 50-mile-per-hour max winds, but rain was the big issue. Heavy tropical rain. We had more than 240 flash flood warnings from Florida to Maine and 7 flash flood emergencies that were issued this week since Debbie. And then we talk about the tornadoes that Debbie also produced. We have had 23 confirmed tornadoes so far, and those damage surveys are ongoing, so don't be surprised if that number increases over the coming days. But the rain, that is certainly what Debbie's going to be remembered by so many folks, especially in the southeast and all the way up to the northeast. Moncks Corner, South Carolina, topping our list with more than 22 inches of rain. Ridgeville, South Carolina, just shy of 20 inches. And you can see Mount Pleasant just shy of 20 inches as well. So widespread totals, more than 1.5 feet, nearing 2 feet in a lot of locations. And our top wind gusts, hurricane force, especially right along the Big Bend of Florida. Now, unfortunately, that threat is not over just yet. Today, tomorrow, and Tuesday, we have the potential for additional instances of flash flooding. That's all thanks to the boundary that is associated with the remnants of what was Debbie. It has since pushed off the East Coast, but the southern tip of it is lingering in the Carolinas, and that's prompting the development of additional showers and thunderstorms, some of which could produce some pretty heavy rain. So now through Tuesday, anticipate widespread totals about 2 to 3 inches in some locations, especially closer to the coastline. And this is on top of already saturated soil. So unfortunately, Michael, we know what that means. More flooding is likely.